Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. It is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3, the 4th of February, 2026. It is Super Bowl week. You got Mike Rizzo, you got Colin Russo, Christian Cat behind the glass. We got a lot of guests today, a lot of things to get to as it is National Signing Day, the second go-around in this local high school area. So stay tuned to ESPN West Palm on Instagram and ESPN Top 63 on Twitter to stay tuned with what players at what schools around the area are signing where. Couple of surprises. Cardinal Newman, Leslie Mosley, was deciding between NC State and Illinois. Unzipped a Nike Tech, and boom, Illinois Fighting Illini. Brett Bielema strikes again. We'll do that. It is Super Bowl week officially. I got another Super Bowl question, which we could get to. Want to get to that now?
I mean, dude, I'm itching to go after yesterday. I mean, I got 7.5 out of the 11 coaches who only coached one team and won a Super Bowl.
We're gonna hear
7.5.
We're gonna hear from the new Florida head football coach, JON, Mr. Football Guy himself, formerly at Tulane, was one of the few coaches who was able to coach both sides, coach a college football playoff game while being the Florida head coach.
I'll tell you what, we're jam-packed today, Christian.
And we have Mr. Swagger, Chris Swagger of the Kaiser University Athletics, who will join here in studio in just about 25 minutes.
Jam-packed. Wouldn't want it any other way. All right, so what's this question? I've been waiting 24 hours. All right, that's great. I've been waiting 24 hours for this quarterback-related question. For a little context, Colin came up with Super Bowl trivia, folks. Obviously, we got the Super Bowl coming up this weekend. And in the spirit of it, Colin did a little trivia. And he came up with a brilliant question yesterday of head coaches that have won Super Bowls but only coached one team. There are 11 of them. Christian and I got 7.5. I knew I should have submitted Tom Landry. Neither here nor there. So I'm ready today. I'm ready to see what the quarterback-related one is today.
888-760-3776. Number to get into the program if, for whatever reason, Christian and Mike get stumped.
Yeah, on the unlikely occasion that it happens, I don't think we're going to need help today.
Oh,
I think we got this.
This one's easier.
No,
this
Christian.
one's easier than yesterday. This one's easier than yesterday.
I'm going to be a little humble. We're going to need some help. So 888-760-3776.
This one's easier than yesterday. All right, I tested it out, test drived it. I actually heard this question. My dad, who's in San Francisco, was given this question, and they actually had it incorrect. So now I changed it, and it's now correct.
Good.
So here we go.
Okay,
You guys
how many
ready?
answers are... All right, never mind. You're going to
There's
do
two
that.
answers.
Okay.
Here's the question. Out of the numbers, jersey numbers, 1 through 19, there have been 2 numbers within that range, 9 and 1 are both included, that have not been worn by a quarterback who have won a Super Bowl. Only 2. Here's the way I would do this. I would eliminate the ones you know, and I would start there and go back.
We don't need your input. You're the teacher.
I think that is much more...
Can I be honest?
That is much.
Christian,
you're not going to get it just off. If you want a blind guess, you got 19 guesses.
All right.
But I would go backward.
1 through 19.
How many
and there's
wrong
only
answers
2.
do you think we're going to give you? I'm asking you,
I
assessing
don't want to
our
eliminate
knowledge.
you guys. I think you're giving me. I think if you give me 2 answers, I think there's a chance you get one of them. But I do think you will not get both of them.
Hey, Christian, you there? Can you hear me?
I say you go backwards.
Christian,
I say you go backwards.
Christian, can you hear me?
Eliminate some options.
This is harder than yesterday. This is harder
Again,
than yesterday.
start
Not even
eliminating
close.
numbers, and you'll figure
Not even
you're going to
close.
shrink
All
your
right, all right.
client pool.
Like I agree with you. It's less rewarding than yesterday. When there are 11 correct answers versus just 2 correct answers, I kind of feel like unless we get it right, we're going to get it wrong.
I'm not
I would have a process and go 1 through 19
we're doing,
and eliminate numbers.
All right, so let's get something out of the way. TB12. All right,
There we go.
We know that much.
So 12
okay?
is eliminated. I agree. That is a correct answer.
15, Patrick Mahomes
How about
off
that?
the board. All right.
Number 10, Eli Manning.
All right. So Eli.
3 eliminated. Out of 1 through 19, which numbers have been worn by a quarterback who won a Super Bowl? 2 have not been worn.
I feel like 8's been worn a bunch, right?
Two different numbers.
What number was John Elway? I'm like, dude, numbers not my forte,
You should
mate.
stay local before you get into the history. You should stay.
What
you should
number
stay
was
local.
Russell Wilson wore number 3.
Okay.
There we go. Now we're cooking with gas.
A little bit.
See, now you're eliminating options. Get into a
a
roll.
little bit. Who was number 2? Had to be a 2.
So
Has to
Cam
be a 2.
Newton wore number 2.
But he never
But
won.
exactly.
He never won.
I feel like there has not been a number. I honestly think number 2 is a leading candidate for one of our final answers. I'm not going to answer it yet. That'd be fools.
Yeah, we would be.
We'll
we would be
eliminate
fools.
more things before we get to that.
What number was Nick Foles? Do we remember this? He has an
7,
obscure.
I think.
Because I'm saying he was he was the Band-Aid. He was the scab quarterback.
I can give hints whenever you guys need.
Pipe down.
Hang on. Hey, 18 Peyton Manning.
There you go.
18 Peyton Manning.
Cook 'em with gas.
Know that much. All right.
So what do you have eliminated right now? You have eliminated number 3?
We have Russell Wilson in number 3, Eli Manning number 10, Tom Brady number 12, Patrick Mahomes number 15, Peyton Manning number 18. What number was Fling It Flacco?
Hey, you read
was
my
that
mind.
5? Was he 5?
Yeah.
That guy terrorized me for 20 years and then led us to the playoffs. All right, so Flacco taking care of.
Brett Favre wore number 4.
Yep. Favre.
So numbers 1 through 19, 2 numbers in that range have not won a Super Bowl of a quarterback wearing that number.
Now,
right?
Big Ben Roethlisberger was 7.
There you go.
Big
Takes
Ben.
care of number
To
7.
add some context, Big Ben wore number 7 along with 2 other players. Yes.
Big Ben. That Tuggy. Now,
right.
if Joe Flacco
To
terrorized me.
add some context to it, 6 quarterbacks wore number 12.
You talking about the boogeyman?
6 quarterbacks wore number 12.
Aaron Rodgers, I'm assuming, was 12.
Yeah, I think he was 12.
He was one of the guys who had 12.
Let's focus on the now.
Someone definitely wore 13.
Dude, you and Christian were reading each other's mind, brother. 13.
Like Brock Purdy wore 13, didn't win the Super Bowl.
You know what?
But I can just see the confetti falling down. 13, maybe a baby.
Christian, Jim McMahon, the punky QB of the 85 Bears. What number was he? I cannot remember. Granted, I wasn't born, but legendary team. I'm going through trying to go through legendary Super Bowl teams.
888-760-3776.
The punky QB, Jim McMahon. Why do I think he wore 6?
We got to know a number 1 who's won a Super Bowl, right? What did Steve Young wear?
Hang on. What did, was that 2? Tell me he was
1,
2.
right?
Tell me he was 2. Gosh,
I think we're overthinking a certain number that you guys are talking about.
How about what did Trent Dilfer wear?
I think
he had to wear
that's
something
the
crazy.
That's overthinking.
Just trying to. I mean,
You're
Dilfer?
saying that we haven't disqualified a number that should have been disqualified.
I think you
10
haven't
minutes ago?
looked at a Super Bowl that should be at the forefront.
Jalen Hurts. What number is he?
Jalen Hurts.
What number is he? I don't even know this.
Jalen Hurts wears number 2.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Great job.
Horrible with numbers, guys. I was an arts kid growing up. Literature, can't draw. All right. Number 1.
So go through.
There has
Go
to
through
be a
what
number
you,
1.
Go through what
All right,
you
all right.
have.
Number 2, Jalen Hurts. Number 3, Russell Wilson. Number 4, Brett Favre. Number 5, Fling It Joe Flacco. Number 7, Big Ben the Boogeyman Roethlisberger. Number 10, Eli Manning. Number 12, TB12, the GOAT Tom Brady. Number 15, Patrick Mahomes. And number 18, the signal caller, Peyton Manning.
Do you want me to give you the other quarterbacks who have the numbers that you already have?
No, we're all good.
Yeah, that's an unfair advantage.
All right, Christian, hear me out.
Who wore number 1?
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going.
Someone had to have worn number 1.
Did Joe Namath?
My recommendation.
Broadway Joe.
I would go player, then find number instead of go number, find player.
What?
Okay. All right, let's think of. But I'm bad at numbers that players have worn.
Horrible. Miserable.
How about some Super Bowl champions?
Like, dude, Joe Namath. What the, this is the second day in a row that I don't know anything about one of the more legendary. I didn't know the coach. Who was the coach?
Weeb Eubank.
Already forgot.
Weeb.
I mean, jeez.
There has not been a child named Weeb in 37 years.
That's why it should be memorable.
Weeb Eubank. That's a hell of a name.
Hard to
That
forget.
is a hell of a name.
The boy named Sued.
Hell of a name.
888-760-3776.
We've got our first. We've got our first lifeline from Royal Palm. His name's Michael, and he comes in to help Rizzo and C-Cat. What's up?
Michael, we need help.
Michael?
I got you. Jim McMahon? Yeah.
What do you got, Mike?
Jim McMahon, the punky QB, 85 Bears, most legendary team ever. What number was he?
Number 9, baby.
Yeah!
All right.
My man, Mike. All right,
He is correct. Jim McMahon is one of 4 players that have worn number 9.
the punky QB, man.
I mean, while you're at it, Michael, we still got you on the line. Can you recall a Super Bowl winning quarterback that wore, 14, 16, or 17?
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
That's
Nah,
okay.
Michael,
You're okay.
you contributed plenty.
You're all good. We should ask him number one. Because that's I feel like the
888-760-3776.
That's the one. That is number one is the
Yeah, number one. Maybe that's the answer.
There's one that's dodging you guys here.
number
right.
6. Christian,
Number 6 is a big quarterback number, isn't it?
I mean, it has to be, right? I mean, we always used to say in Cleveland we're riding with 6, but he never won anything.
Mike, there's a couple here that we need to have.
That I am just.
Can I give you guys another hint?
All right, fine.
There is a player that you have listed incorrectly.
I've listed a player incorrectly.
You have.
Brett Favre isn't. Okay, he's not incorrect. Fling it, Joe Flacco. I mean, Colin, who do I have wrong? The punky QB?
There is a name on that list that you have put incorrectly what number he is.
Guys.
This is...
Colin.
It's a misfire.
Colin.
It's a misfire.
Eli? Peyton? Is it Peyton? Did I do Peyton 30?
888-760-3776. I hope somebody corrects you on this. This is rough.
Big Ben?
There is a certain area of the United States who should be calling in at will to correct Mike on what he has incorrectly.
Okay.
No, it's fine. If you have one, great. But Mike, I'm telling you right now,
dead wrong.
You both have one listed that is an incorrect
Christian,
number.
Okay, I see. So
Christian.
we disqualified.
Is it Flacco?
No, you disqualified. You put the right player. You didn't put him at the right number.
I see. All right,
It's
let's go to the
Peyton.
phone lines.
It has to be Manning.
We're going to start locally. We're going to start in Boynton Beach. Our in-house consultant, Cade Shumslin, calls in. Cade, what do we have wrong, or more importantly, what do you have right?
So I think I can give 2 different numbers to help out, and I'm going to just take a chance on the one that's wrong. Isn't Jalen Hurts 1, not 2?
See?
I led us astray.
There you go. That is the incorrect one. Now, Cade, add 1 to the full. Just 1. What do you got?
Isn't Johnny Unitas 19?
That sounds about right. They're not giving quarterbacks 19 this side of the century, right?
Cade, if you got that, brother, fair play. I would have never.
I think we're going to take Cade's word and run with it.
Fair play.
Good call. Cade Shumslin of ESPN West
Is he
Palm.
right? Can you look at, hey, Judge, you
John-
awake over there?
Johnny Unitas is correct at 19.
Okay.
So you can eliminate 19, and Jalen Hurts is also correct at number 1. That's a misfire. He won
He
last
won,
year.
all right,
He
dude.
won last
All right,
year.
all right.
It's so easy from his side of the equation to judge us over here.
Fair enough.
We've got
Fair enough.
help it on out. We've got Sean in Port St. Lucie. Sean,
what
are
do
you
we got?
call in to correct us on Jalen Hurts, or do you have something else to bring?
Sean, I need help.
Jalen Hurts was 1.
Thank you.
Right, got that covered. Russell's 3.
Yeah.
Favre's 4.
Okay.
Flacco's 5.
Bang.
Okay.
Bang.
We got those.
Wow.
Elway's 7. Aikman's 8. McMahon's 9.
Aikman. All right. Hang on. Slow
we
down.
go.
Johnny, slow down.
Wow. What are you reading this?
Johnny, slow down. Slow down. Red light.
In the interest of getting everyone else involved, we'll allow you, after giving us Aikman, what else do you have?
Phil Simms is 11.
All right. Hang on. I missed it. Who'd he
There you
say?
go. Sean,
I trust you might be able to bring this on home, but I'm going to give other callers a chance. Thank you, Sean.
good call, Sean.
All right. Who'd he say was 11
I got
I'm not helping.
Sims. Phil Sims.
He just,
Phil Simms? Is that what
I'm
he
not
said?
repeating. He just said it. I'm not repeating.
What do you mean you're not? There are a lot of riffraff on this show right now. All right.
All right. So Phil Simms is correct at number 11.
Okay.
Now, what do you have? List it out.
All right,
Quarterbacks
all right,
numbered
all right,
1 through
all right,
19.
all right.
There are two that
All
haven't
right. Hang
won.
on. Hang on, Judge. Hang on, Judge. I got 6, 13, 16, and 17. We need 2 more.
Did you disqualify 14? So I have that. I don't have a name next to 14.
Okay.
You don't have a number next to 2 as well.
Yeah, and then I was just going to go back to that. So 2, 6, 13, 14, 16, 17. Number 2. I mean, are we just
I think
inept?
that might be the answer. That really might be the answer. The fact that I feel like
Dude, it's too
I feel like
obvious.
while watching the Super Bowl pregame show,
Hang on.
they're talking about Cam Newton. They're talking about the history he was making as that MVP season. And I feel like I cannot picture any other quarterback with a number 2.
Christian, what number was Montana?
It wasn't number 2. I think it was 13.
Once again, my father's greatest quarterback of all time, by the way, Joe Montana. I don't know.
It's a famous number.
Okay, I've got some callers to help us on
All
out.
right, go ahead.
888-760-3776. Go ahead, Chris.
We got Keith in West Palm. What's up, Keith?
Hey, I think Joe Montana was 16, was he not?
Okay.
Joe Montana was number 16.
Knew it. How about
Correct.
that? See, I know the damn player. I don't know the name. Joe Montana was winning Super Bowls and I was negative 12.
So now we have to disqualify 13, 14, 17, 6.
And 2.
We need
And
2.
2.
All right, so do that in order. 2, 6. What else do you have?
All right, hang on. I got it, Christian. 2, 6, 13, 14, 17.
Okay.
2, 6, 13,
There's
14,
3 you
17.
got to eliminate.
Maybe Callahan from Loxahatchee can help us
Oh,
out.
my man. I love this call. Callahan, what's going on, brother? It's the Force Strong with you today.
Hey, Jedi Master, man. Hey, he took Joe Montana from me, so I'm sorry about that, guys. That was my answer. Joe Montana, 16.
Now, Cal, 2, 6, 13, 14, 17. You got anything?
2 and 17. 2 and 17, bro.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We're asking
but
you,
are you
Callahan.
Callahan,
What's wrong with
my
17?
Padawan, are you saying you think it's 2 and 17? Do I have that right? Is he there?
I think Callahan's gone.
Oh,
Goodbye, Callahan. Good call. Thank you.
I hope he's all right.
888-760-3776.
Did he get it into hyperdrive?
So you have 5 numbers remaining of quarterbacks who have worn these numbers and won a Super Bowl.
2 is like, I told you that's the head smacker. That's going to be the one where it's like, dude,
I think 2 is one of our answers, Mike. I really do.
already?
I think 2 is one of our answers.
You're ready to go that far. Well, who the hell wore 17?
There's
Who
Daniel
wore
Jones.
Danny Dimes? That
I think
guy
he
ain't been
I
out
think
of
he
the
wears
first
17
round.
with the
That
Colts.
guy,
I might be wrong.
that guy's made it out of the first round one time. Super Bowl.
Steve-O in Palm Beach Gardens might help us out.
Steve-O
What's up,
chimed in.
Steve-O?
We
He
need
chimed
you.
in yesterday. He's chiming back in today. What do you
Brother,
got, Steve-O?
Steve-O, I need you.
Did you guys already get 13 while I was calling?
No. What's 13, brother?
I'm pretty sure that was greatest show on turf, QB Kurt Warner.
Oh, my
Ooh,
goodness.
I could see that jersey right now.
Oh, my goodness.
But they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Christian?
He won
Christian?
us. They had Marshall Falk. They won a Super Bowl.
Christian?
I was thinking of the
All right,
Titans.
hang on. Hey,
Christian?
Colin,
Christian, let's
Judge.
reel that in.
Judge, is Steve-O's answer of Kurt Warner at 13 correct?
Steve-O's answer of 13, Kurt Warner, is correct.
Yeah,
You can eliminate that number.
Steve-O!
Kurt Warner is the only player who has worn 13 and won a Super Bowl.
Thank you, Steve-O.
Steve-O, my man. All right, so that leaves 2, 6, 14, and 17. You're telling me I got to come up with 2 more? We got to come up with 2 more?
And I'll give you this. There's only 2 quarterbacks remaining.
Huh.
There are 2 quarterbacks remaining.
Hang on.
So
Colin's going to kill me.
These are not hot topic. There's not multiple names. There's 2 guys remaining.
Colin's going to kill me for asking this. Who is the quarterback on the Lombardi Green Bay teams?
Oh, God. I'm not helping you here.
This is
ridiculous.
Is it Bart Starr?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What the hell number did Bart Starr
Bart
wear?
reads me as a 6, doesn't he? Bart's a 6
Dude,
number, man.
he is something. And then hang on.
Aren't there 6 points on the star?
Hold on.
This is not good.
Hold on.
Dude, you need help? Do you want me to help you here?
We
Do you
can
want me-
help. Oscar from West Palm is going to call in right now.
All right.
Oscar, can you chime in and help us out?
I have a number 14 for you, Brad Johnson from the Bucks.
Hey!
Brad Johnson is correct. The only player to wear 14 and win a Super Bowl 02 with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Oscar.
Brad Johnson at number 14.
Dude, Oscar, my man, my OG. All right, hang on. 17, 2, and 6. We need one more, Christian. Is Trent Dilfer, does he have anything to do with the 3 numbers that I have left? I think Dilfer might have worn 6.
Yeah?
So you have one more you got to eliminate, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you
2.
said 2. You're the
Yeah.
games master.
Hold on.
Hold on,
What are the
Judge.
numbers? It's 2, 6,
It better be
and
2.
2, 6, and 17. Got it.
I think we don't disqualify one and we just roll the dice.
lock in and we
just
Christian,
roll the freaking
Christian,
dice.
we lock in.
Right?
You got to eliminate one of the numbers.
You know what, Christian, is the dealer, is she showing a queen and I got 16 and
just
I
gotta
got
hit.
no choice?
You just gotta hit.
I got to hit.
Doesn't feel good.
I got to hit.
You can't just let
I gotta
the
hit.
dealer just take advantage of you and make you
God.
scared. If the mathematical decision is to hit. I don't think a quarterback's ever worn 2 and won in the Super Bowl. I just don't think so.
So you're really high on 2. See, I think I'm going to smack my head pretty hard not knowing who the hell wore number 2.
I go 2 and 17. That's my answer. That's not our answer. That's my answer.
Okay. All right.
I love our callers. I don't think we should be able to get bailed out of this one by
Do we have
them
one more? Do we have one
we've
more on
got-
standby?
the phone's ringing right now. They're not on standby yet.
Okay, that's fine. All right. I think we just full send.
Yeah.
We full send.
So you guys want to eliminate which number?
We're full sending 2 and 17.
Those are our answers of numbers that have never been worn by a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Someone wore 6. I think it was Trent Dilfer. For the life of me, I'm not ready to lock that in. Give me 2 at 17. No phony has ever worn 2 or 17 in the Super Bowl.
2 and 17 as the numbers that quarterbacks have worn and won a Super Bowl in is incorrect.
Oh, my God.
All right, you know what, Christian, you live and learn, right?
I kind of bullied you into
Which
that.
number of the 2 do you think was used?
It's 2 was
You think
used.
someone wore
Number
2?
2 was
I don't think anyone's wore 2.
100% 2 was used. 100%.
Incorrect again. 2 is one of the 2 numbers that have not been worn by a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Famously, Matt Ryan wore number 2. He started the game, did not win it, and Cam Newton was 2 in college, 1 in the NFL.
I'm a dummy.
17 was Doug Williams in the 1987 Redskins, who started the season as a backup behind Jay Schroeder and took over with about 9 games remaining and had about 340 yards and 4 touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
Doug Williams, fair play to you. Wherever you are, Doug Williams.
First black quarterback to win a Super Bowl in the NFL
Fair play.
history.
Dougie, I tip my cap.
And 6 was not used by anybody, so that we're looking at Baker Mayfield and Jackson Dart to see if they can break that mold.
That's why I said we were riding with 6 for years in Cleveland, but never made it.
So, you loved circling back to Trent Dilfer.
What did he wear?
Number 8. Dilfer. So you're close. I mean, I see it. It's not too far off.
I thought he was 6.
I just
really
spew
thought Trent
misinformation, man. I'm confident and wrong often.
It's okay. It's okay. Hurts, though.
The greatest show on turf not winning a Super Bowl is, I don't know if
No. That's a little bit fine.
Listen, trivia brain's a real thing.
Listen,
That's true. It's true. You're put on the spot.
The only thing that I'm saying shame for is us not knowing Hurts was 1 and thinking
that was
he
rough. That was
2.
last year.
Rough.
That was last year.
That was rough.
That's last year.
I feel like,
That
did
was
Jalen
rough.
Hurts wear 2 at Alabama?
It took you guys, weirdly enough, Jim McMahon to get 9.
The punky QB.
Matthew
Drew Brees.
Stafford, Nick Foles, and Drew Brees.
The punky, dude. Don't diss the punky QB.
Mike, I'm just
Don't diss Jim McMahon, all right?
Colin, you're
Don't
expected to
diss
bring
Jim
us
McMahon.
a question on Thursday and Friday now.
Yeah.
I feel
this
like
was fun. This was
people
too
are
much
enjoying this.
This
Here's
was
what
too
you
much
got.
fun.
To put a top cap on it, I'll go through every number of the 34 quarterbacks who have won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Chris Swagger at the banging on the door.
He can wait. Jalen Hurts is number 1. Russell Wilson was number 3. There are no quarterback at number 2. Brett Favre is the only quarterback who has won 4. Joe Flacco, only quarterback, was number 5. No quarterback at number 6. 3 guys at number 7. Big Ben, John Elway, and then Joe Theismann for the Washington Redskins.
So by the way, remember I was asking about Elway.
In that 83 Redskin team. Number 8 was Trent Dilfer. Troy Aikman was number 8, and so was Steve Young. Steve Young was number 8.
Remember, we thought he could have been 2.
We went through number 9, Matthew Stafford, Nick Foles, Drew Brees, Jim McMahon. Number 10 was Eli. The only one, by the way, at number 10, so Drake May can join that fold. Phil Simms was 11, along with Mark Rypien for the 90s Redskins. And then number 12 was Brady, Rodgers, Roger Staubach, Terry Bradshaw, Joe Namath, and Bob Greasy.
It's a lot. That's a
Famous
exclusive club.
13, only one was Kurt Warner. 14 was Brad Johnson. 15, 4 guys.
Wow.
Patrick Mahomes, Len Dawson in Super Bowl 4 with the Kansas City Chiefs, Bart Starr in Super Bowl 1 and 2, and then Jeff Hostetler in the 90 team with the Giants. Took over.
And hey, I got Bart Starr. Took me a little bit, but I got Bart Starr.
You got Bart Starr the name. You didn't get Bart Starr the number.
But at the same time, it was Christian. It was almost a disaster because I forgot who he was.
Joe Montana and Jim Plunkett for those Raider teams were 16. Doug Williams only won at 17. Peyton Manning only won at 18, and Johnny Unitas only won at 19.
An awful number. No one should ever be number 19 in anything.
Hey, hang
ever.
on. Uncle Bernie Kosar, Miami Hurricane was 19.
Well, pass the word around. That he shouldn't have won that number.
Oh! Super Bowl.
We'll loop in Chris Swagger, the Kaiser University Athletic Director, in a second. But if you bet money on Christian and Mike getting a couple wrong there and you won big, you don't know where to put the money, put it with Flagler Credit Union.
Well, how about this? I'll do you better. If you bet on us and you got it wrong and you need some fast cash, you can trust my guys over at Flagler Credit Union because they're a nonprofit cooperative, which means if you need to borrow money, all right, they will charge less when you need to get some money. If it's for a new car, a home, All right, listen, a lot of you, kids in college, kids in high school. All right, you're paying out the wazoo. You need some fast cash. Think of my guys over at Flagler Credit Union. They're a division of Dort Financial, which offers personal and business banking accounts. So I have a personal checking account with Flagler. I needed a bank down here. Moving here from Peoria, Illinois, about almost 2 years ago now, I needed a bank down here, and I went with that local name. I went with Flagler, and I think you guys should too, because they got 4 convenient locations around Palm Beach County: Boca Raton, Lake Clark Shores, North Palm Beach, and West Palm Beach. I go to the one right in my backyard here in West Palm Beach. They are the official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics. You can open up accounts today by visiting flaglercu.org. That is flaglercu.org. Stop by one of those 4 locations as well. And listen, if you need some cash for that car, any home improvements, whatever it may be, think of Flagler. Think of that local name, Flagler, because they could give you a deal.
Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Christian Cat. We'll do a little Ask the AD with Chris Swagger on the other side of things. Stay tuned. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3. The 4 p.m. hour on ESPN 106.3 is served by the Delray Beach Open. 140 miles per hour aces, parties, and all the good vibes. Get your tickets today at DelrayBeachOpen.com.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Hey guys, Mike Rizzo here. I know you're moving soon. Don't stress it. Call Good Greek for your total relocation solution. From packing and storage to local and long-distance moves, Spiro and his team at Good Greek Moving and Storage has you covered from start to finish. Trusted by families, businesses, and teams like the Heat and the Hurricanes for over 2 decades. Make your next move simple, safe, and stress-free.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 27 national championships, including their 3rd championship in women's soccer. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship athletic programs at Kaiser University.
The countdown is on to Palm Beach's PGA Tour event. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches returns to PGA National Resort and Spa to kick off the Florida Swing February 25th through March 1st. Secure your spot to watch the pros take on one of golf's toughest stretches of holes at the iconic Bear Trap, while enjoying plenty of fan activities, local bites, drinks, and more. Tickets are on sale now at thecognizantclassic.com. Don't forget, 2 kids get in free with each ticketed adult.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. If you missed any of the trivia and where Mike and Christian enlisted some help of callers on what numbers 1 through 19 have been worn and by a Super Bowl and have won the game. 1 through 19, only 2 numbers have not been included at the quarterback position, correct. And only 2 and 6 were the 2 numbers that have not been worn by those numbers. Nonetheless, Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Christian Cat. We got him back in the house today at the City Place Studios. He's the athletic director of Kaiser University right down the street. Let's bring in Chris Swager for some Ask the AD.
It's time to Ask the AD. Kaiser University Athletic Director Chris Swager joins Russo and Rizzo to talk all things college sports, the latest on Kaiser athletics and more. Ask the AD is presented by Kaiser Seahawks Athletics. Learn more at kuseahawks.com.
Chris Swager in the house at the City Place Studios. As far as I've seen, a big spring, winter season we have here, and also National Signing Day for the football team. And as far as we can count, 30 have signed to Kaiser football, around 30 today. Yep. And a bunch of them from South Florida. But welcome in, Chris. How you doing today?
Good. Not as much allure as it used to be. National Signing Day used to be like a big thing, but it's still good.
I've heard this a number of times throughout the day today. Yeah, this one, because it's split, you get the December one, which takes a lot of juice. Now it's...
Chris, is there a third one? Don't we have another one?
Well, I mean, you obviously had the portal opening. Okay. So that kind of took, I think, a lot of the juice. But, I mean, down the road, I could see 30 for 30 doing something on signing day. Because, I mean, you look at, back in the day, it was fax machines mysteriously not working and last-second flips and parents walking out and all kinds of. So I mean, I don't know. Growing up, it was I don't know, to me better than draft day, really.
Wow. I mean, for an athletic director, this is draft day. This is
right.
where you
I mean, look,
guys.
it's still big for us. I just think across the board nationally, there needs to be a lot more coverage. You'd have people out, on location at high schools and stuff, and I don't think ESPN and some of the markets cared as much, justifiably so.
Hang on, we cared. All right, we had boots on the ground
it.
everywhere.
Watch it.
Shout out to our boss.
Well, yeah, Theo was out. Yeah. If Theo's there, it's big time. So.
Oh, you saw Theo today?
He's down. He's down on Theo.
Yeah, you're down on Theo Dorsey. All right,
I'm not down.
He's down.
I saw him today. So I'll give you a little history. Today is the 3-year anniversary of when it started.
Of when the beef between you and Theo.
It's not a beef. It's just
yes, it is, Chris.
3 years. National Signing Day 2026. I got a text from my coach at the time, Doug Sosha, because Theo had a certain guest on of a school in our conference, and it was interesting, the opening and the praise for recruiting people from the area. So wow, yeah, that's kind of when. And we're yin and yang. He's a Kansas City.
Dude, what are you talking about? I've told you this 3 different times that he's down on Theo.
I'm not down.
We're different people.
You want to know what?
I didn't know this.
They need to duke it out in one-on-one basketball. That's what they need to do.
Look, like he likes Kansas City. I like Philly. He's the LeBron guy. I'm a Jordan guy. He's short. I'm tall. I mean, it doesn't.
He's Miami. You're Florida State.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't end. So
wow.
it's just difference of opinions. That's all.
We need to Theo.
But I saw him in the hallway because he was here after 4, so I had to say happy 3-year anniversary.
Did you say hello?
The height allegations are strong. This is radio, so people don't know for a fact. Right. People might now think, "Oh, wow, he's Josh Cohen's height now."
Chris Swager's you're a tall guy. He's 6'1".
No, like 6'3".
He's taller than me, and I'm about 6'1".
There's nothing worse than me dramatically underselling what your height is.
Now, how do we settle?
I remember when I sat in that chair and I was like 7 foot. So I know you looked that thing up.
Don't bring that. That's not me. That is
6'1".
Christina Costanza.
Yeah.
Okay. That is Christina Costanza, who's like 2 feet tall. But yes.
All right. Tina's not 2 feet.
But go back. Yeah, National Signing Day. We got a lot of guys from the area. At last I counted was at least 10, but people were still signing. I think we got over 30, and probably at least 22, 23 of them are from South Florida.
Wow.
Between Broward and Miami. So, I mean, the recipe is pretty simple for the team. We're in the best location for football players in the country. So we keep the guys home, builds a fan base. People can come out, see the people, that they supported in high school, or families can come watch. And, I mean, obviously from a talent standpoint, it's served very well for us.
And what's going on with the other sports in Kaiser?
Softball actually started off hot last week. They had 2 wins over the number 6 team in the country, Grandview. Then they took down PBA, so they started 4-0. Swimming just took off today to go up to our conference meet up in Ocala. So they'll be going up there to defend their conference championships and get ready for nationals. Tennis just took off to the ITA Nationals on the women's side, so they'll be heading up to Georgia. We got basketball doubleheader tonight, and then wrestling has their senior night on Friday at home. So it's a pretty packed week.
Packed week indeed. Do you find yourself excited for the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday?
I do. My wife's out of town, which she's a coach, so she typically is out of town this weekend at her national championships.
You throwing a party?
Well, me and my kids usually do some sort of Super Bowl. I let them pick the snacks and
Are
stuff.
you throwing a kegger?
He's throwing a
I'm not a
party.
kegger.
You're throwing a kegger?
We'll have some juice boxes.
Mike and I invited?
Yeah, I mean, geez, Swags.
We'll
I
have
thought
some-
we were pretty tight.
We'll have some juice boxes, and we'll have some. My kids are 8 and 11, but no, they like
okay.
picking out the snacks, and yeah, it's good.
So you don't throw a Super Bowl party.
No.
Swagger household. does
That's not
do
his
it.
shtick. Okay.
No.
Now, how about this? You're a Florida State guy. What'd you make of Malzahn retiring when he did? Do you think he took one look at that roster and said, good luck?
Offensive coordinator Gus Malzahn walking away from the team randomly, basically February
Yeah,
1st.
so there was a lot of.
Context?
It was interesting.
Good luck,
Okay.
Norvell. Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
Well, what's interesting is, as close as Norvell, I mean, it seems like it put them in a bad spot, and I may be wrong, but it seems like that obviously the timing wasn't great.
Well, because they didn't have a replacement other than Mike Norvell.
Right, and
retaking
if
play calling
Malzahn
duty.
and Norvell are close, and it just seems like an odd thing timing wise. Like it'd be more strategically planned.
I would agree with
Now, I don't know if there's stuff behind it. Could be family health. Could be just decided that I wasn't in it. I don't know. It also seems a little odd because a lot of the quarterbacks they seem to sign fit the Malzahn RPO like system.
Yep.
Sure.
So if you're going away from that, or he's not the architect, because I mean, look, last year I think they were 6th or 7th in rushing. I mean, they had offensively some good statistics. So he did come in and do some great things. So it is a little odd. I mean, the timing, but yeah,
Does this make you feel worse about the team on the outlook of 2026 with no Malzahn and maybe Norvell, who has had success calling plays? So it's not foreign to him. It's only been a year. But do you feel better or worse about this team after a situation like that?
Added pressure, I think, to an
think
already ugly situation.
The more interesting point is that they just elevated someone on staff versus going to get someone from outside.
Sure.
So I don't know if they're saving the money. I don't know if he's getting the payout. I don't know if he wasn't allowed to bring. I mean, who knows? But in Norvell's case, obviously they have to bounce back and have a good season. He's been a good play caller in the past, so maybe he just decided, hey, I can do this better. I trust myself to do it. So we'll see.
Wow. No.
I just the timing was interesting.
He's
down.
down.
He's
What's
down.
your confidence
He's down.
level? Let's go.
Can I hang on again?
Yeah.
Realistic expectations. Realistic expectations for next year. Quickly, you saw Miami, Christian and Colin, saw Miami go to a title this year. All right. Florida's got one of the, up-and-comers in SUMRALL.
And we're talking to John SUMRALL in just about 20 minutes.
Thank you. So what are your updated
I'd have to see this. I mean, I'd
expectations?
obviously have to see
5
this-
wins?
I'd have to see the schedule.
Well, hang on.
Stand
We
by.
could do that right now.
We want to go win-loss game. We could go the win-loss game.
You
I
could
mean,
do
I'm not
You're
being
at Alabama.
because obviously
You're at Alabama.
He's an optimist. He was an optimist.
Yeah,
throughout
you
the year.
I'm
thought they were
saying-
winning 13 games last year
Yeah.
and an
And it was
ACC
a little
championship.
phony. It was
your
a little
schedule.
phony.
Look, and I'll say this: like Miami, their schedule mattered this year. It helped them. You didn't have
All right.
some of the better teams. I mean,
New Mexico State at home, 1-0, right?
sure.
SMU, the second Monday of the year, SMU.
That's a coin toss.
It's a tough game.
That's
I
a
don't know.
coin toss.
Let's call it a win. Where's it at?
2.
It says home or it might be neutral site, but it says home here.
So
Okay, let's call it a win.
we're
Let's
at
just
2.
be
All right.
optimistic.
Let's just call it a win. Off the next week, and then Saturday,
That's a win.
September 19th at Alabama.
I like that, Chris. You're not winning.
Stop thinking about it.
You're not winning.
Stop
that game.
thinking about this.
Let's call that a loss between them and SMU.
I would agree. Let's call that
Well,
a
no,
loss.
they're coming up. Look, they're coming off a bye week. So depending on how the SMU game goes,
All right.
I'm starting to think
2
bye
and 1,
weeks are
2 and 1 out of 3. 2 and 1
Yeah,
out of the first
exactly.
3 games. Central Arkansas,
should be a win.
3 and 1. Virginia at home.
Loss.
You don't like this
Who's
team.
after Virginia?
Louisville on the road.
Loss.
You don't
One
like
of those
that.
is a loss.
You don't like that.
I think
yeah.
one of them. Louisville on the road's going to be tough.
All right, so that's 4 and 2.
4 and 2.
Okay.
At Miami.
L.
No bye in between Louisville and Miami.
Let's call it a win. Let's go.
Oh my God. You're drinking.
5 and 2.
Chris, you got Jack Daniels.
5 and 2.
Come on, man.
5 and 2. Another bye week on the October 24th.
That's a win. Okay.
Saturday, October 31st is Clemson.
Let's call that a loss.
You want to lose to Clemson at home?
You're losing
No,
to
I'm
Clemson
playing-
at home, but
No.
you're winning at Miami. All right. We'll call
I'm
it a
doing the
loss.
context
5-3.
of one of those games.
It's okay.
I just don't
At
know
Boston
which one.
College. We'll give you that one.
Yeah,
What time of year is that?
November 7th.
That's a loss.
dude, Bill O'Brien ran that program into the
Going to
ground.
Boston College in November is not easy.
Norvell,
I'm telling you, it's not.
I'm telling you, if Norvell loses to Billy O'Brien and that team that won
Chris,
one game,
Chris, we got 4 losses already.
that's 5-4.
Yeah.
Short week, Friday Night Lights at Pitt.
Loss.
In November again?
November 13th.
That's a loss.
5-5.
Gosh, Chris. NC State at home, Saturday, November 21st.
NC State plays them tough. We'll say it's a win, but they may pick one up somewhere else. But NC State always plays.
All right, 6-5. Florida, Friday, the November 27th.
At home or in the Swamp?
Home. 6-5.
We got John Sumrall joining the program.
I was thinking beginning of the year, 6-5, 5-6 is probably based off what last year realistic, I guess.
Bowl eligible is what you're shooting for. Get that right?
Sure.
That's a disgrace.
I'm not super
That's a
I mean,
you know what I'm
it's
high
tough.
on?
It's tough.
You're winning at, Louisville, yeah, it's a win. Virginia, yeah, that's a win.
So here's
Boston
the best-
College and
yes.
Pitt, which is the bump in the road.
No,
Pitt's
I'm
a good
at
program.
Miami.
But Boston College.
I'm playing
At Miami.
Look, I'm playing like last year. You didn't expect the win against Alabama, but then you didn't expect the loss. Like I think this is me. The frustration with especially the Florida State fan base is the inconsistency in the roller coaster that's happening. Right? You're not consistently going up. You're not even consistently going down. It's just this up and down. You have no idea what to expect from year to year. I think Sperry could be good. They've got guys coming back. They signed some transfers, but just playing the way it's worked, you just don't know.
It just seems like they're waiting to fire Mike Norvell.
Right. And I don't, again,
That's all it
They
seems.
can't afford it.
the
Yeah,
Malzahn thing makes you think a little bit because he leaves. They don't replace him. I'm not.
Now-
it just seems odd.
Let me ask you this, Chris, and this is coming from a Florida State fan within the office. He says you guys are tremendously in debt. Why are you guys tremendously in debt?
That's news to me. I don't know.
They said it's had something along the lines of paying for a team that didn't work. The DJ Uyunglele years.
And also,
I think I said that right.
Well, okay. In context, I would say 95% of college athletic departments are severely in debt right now.
Yes.
So are
building
we saying,
stadiums, that all
But,
comes
but,
up.
like, okay,
Yeah.
and that probably had Doak just got renovated. Am I right?
Right,
Yeah,
but
bonds
I'm
on
just saying,
that,
if you
yeah.
look at the books, most people, most schools are asking, for subsidies and they're looking for stuff. So, there's a lot of people right now that are
But
struggling.
I just
from
find
that
it.
point.
I find it odd. A historic program, a top 7 program of all time like Florida State, they can't move on from a coach. That's like I can't
They
fathom
can't afford
that.
it. It's $50 million.
But it's strategic. Okay. I feel
But
like I've done
Chris,
this
you're
episode
throwing a
before,
year-
but who are
Chris,
they
hear me
going to
out.
get?
You're throwing a year away. You threw last year away. Now you're going to throw.
Well, hold
You
on.
just told me they're winning 5 games next year.
Okay, so you fire him, and now you're house poor. So who are you going to go get?
That's the thing. Yeah, LSU was open. Penn State was open. A lot of schools were open. So
Let me
it's
ask
a
you
bad year to enter into
Let
the
me ask you a different
carousel.
question. Do you think some of the other programs, Penn State, Auburn, do you think that
They got good coaches.
LSU and Florida.
for now? But
For
do
now.
you think that the coach they have, the situation they're in now, with buying someone out and putting them in place, is a guaranteed you're going to get better?
No, it's not.
So
But-
was that a good decision?
But at the same time, Norvell lost that university when they didn't play anybody against Georgia and threw a hissy fit about it. You have not been right since.
Yeah, and a team that, they had the defensive rookie of the year. They've got, that defense was loaded. So
All right.
they should have gone somewhere, but I see why the guys didn't play. But again, I think that the problem is, are you going to buy someone out without something? There are schools that I think thought they had someone, got rid of the coach, didn't end up getting the person they wanted, and they probably, looking back, would have played it a little
Well,
differently.
who is it? Was LSU. Remember, they got rid of, I forget who it was, and then they got Kelly. And that didn't work out.
Penn State?
That's a good example.
Penn State got rid of Franklin pretty early.
Yeah.
Well, let's give Matty Campbell a chance. Cleveland, Ohio native. Come on now.
But was Matty Campbell their first, second, or third choice?
According to Christian, he would say yes.
Okay.
There's a paperwork error. He was the first choice, but they didn't get to him until a couple rotations
Brian
later.
Dable was
Thank
being
you.
floated around for a
Thank you,
little bit.
Christian.
So,
I know you had my back.
I think, look, here's what I'd say. Thinking long term, I think if you don't have something in place, if financially you're going to put yourself back even
It's
more.
just safer to stay on the
right.
boat instead of
Because
jump
right
off
now,
the boat.
you need cash in hand from boosters to put into NIL to get players. That's the bottom line. If you have zero money to give to players, no matter how good your coach is, you're going to be stuck. So
I'm trying to sit here and reason with Florida State fans on how it's okay that you could sit here and say you're going to win 6. Like, I'd be livid. I would be.
Oh, I'm not
absolutely
happy,
livid.
but
You're
at the
not
same
happy
time,
about it, but you got to be realistic about it.
But this
too.
is the third year where you're going to go sub 500 again. That's unacceptable. I don't like someone.
And it's
someone
unacceptable,
needs to get fired.
and it's going to cost him his job.
The AD,
we're under the same. It's going to cost him his job.
The AD, whoever the hell is running that program, needs to.
Could they bounce
something
back?
needs to happen. All right.
Could they bounce back? Yes. I think the frustration is if they have a good year, there's always in the back of everyone's mind, next year we might have 2 wins again, right? So I mean, I think that's probably the bigger frustration right now is you don't know from year to year where you're going to be. Could some of the transfers hit? Could some, the Texas running back that came in, they got a running back coming back. I mean, there's some talent there, and they could have a good year. It's just you don't know from year to year, which I think is the case for a lot of programs now with the portal because
it's a completely new team.
Some teams are replacing, like over half your starters on both sides, so you never know. It's just Florida State the last couple of years has done that. You go from a 13-win season to 2 wins. It doesn't happen. I mean, I don't know that it's ever happened, to be honest with you.
But okay, all right, it's okay. I just say I find it highly unacceptable for Florida State to be in the position they are for multiple.
I agree.
And I think it is
That's
unacceptable, but they just cannot afford it.
The ACC needs Florida State to be good, and I think college football needs Florida State to be.
I agree. But so now you don't want to dig a bigger hole. You want to see what you got.
You ride out Norvell and win 5 games next year,
and then
or he does well.
You can afford.
He's not going to do well. I can almost sit there and guarantee it.
Maybe he surprises people.
Can almost guarantee it.
They win at Miami, win at Alabama.
Did you expect the Alabama win last year?
That was the worst thing that could have happened for the season, in my honest opinion.
But I'm just saying, stuff happens. They have talent. But again, I think the thing that's hard for people to swallow is, okay, then what's happened next year? I don't know that there's faith that it's going to be a climb to get better. It's let's see what we get this year.
Yeah.
Right? But again, he's done it. So that's not to say he can't. That's also, it's hard to predict now because, again, you don't know year to year on rosters.
Yeah, and you're just financially handcuffed, which is the bottom line.
But even then, what's Clemson going to look like? What's Louisville? It's just really hard from year to year to determine who's going to be on what roster and, from not even just starting, but, I mean, there's a lot of depth once you get into the season. That's why I think the Pitt game and BC, I mean, end of the season, cold weather, on the road, I'm sure that's going to be like a 7:00 game.
I think Billy O'Brien won 2 games last year at Boston College, by the way.
Yeah, not good.
Not good.
Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, that's Chris Swager, the Kaiser University Athletic Director. Chris Swager had a bone to pick with us when he walked into the studio today.
He's been on it for a while, to be fair.
Mike and I, about a week and a half ago, did our top 10 most rewatchable films. And Chris Swager...
Very popular sports segment, by the way. So,
first of all... Who is listening, by the way?
Hang on.
Credit to Chris
Swager. Yeah, and those lists are proudly presented by my good partners at Good Greek Moving and Storage.
Point being, Chris Swager had a problem with our criteria for how we determine a rewatchable movie. I got that right?
Well, I don't think you set criteria was the problem.
We did set we set a little criteria.
Rewatchable.
I think it has a movie.
Rewatchable.
I do think.
But I'm saying for me, it's got to be an hour and a half or less.
Oh God!
If you're going to watch it multiple times,
that's an attention span problem.
2 hours max. But you're going to watch a 3-hour movie over and over and over again?
The Godfather, I could agree with.
Honestly, I have no problem admitting this. I watch Revenge of the Sith probably 8 times a year, at least. And
there's groups that you can go to see about that. But
I'm proud of it. I watch the Indiana Jones, and all 3 Indiana Jones probably 2 to 3 times a year. I watch all this stuff. Like Chris, this stuff I grew up with. I love this stuff. That's rewatchable to me.
What's
Godfather?
To you?
What's
Godfather?
My
grand.
Give me an example.
He said Couples
Like
Retreat,
I said,
which
like
is a waste of
Moneyball.
time.
I love.
I think Moneyball is a tremendously rewatchable.
Very overrated.
I rewatch that movie every March.
So here's the thing.
Very
It's got to be a movie that the ending doesn't matter. Like if it's a big reveal, it could be a good movie. But once you kind of know what's going to happen, I feel like some of the part of the movie, like Departed, great movie, but
I kind of agree with that.
When you know what's going to happen, the movie isn't quite as good. Okay. Acting's amazing, amazing movie.
The movie's still great. You're wrong there.
Great movie, but is it rewatchable?
You're not there for your the ride again.
Right. So I think comedies are obviously shooting to the top. They're quotable. You can watch them. You can have them in the background anytime. anything dramatic. I mean, it's
The
just,
one that made sense that we probably missed was Wedding Crashers. That's the one.
If
that
I were to
Wedding
put a
Crashers
comedy in
good
there, it'd be
movie.
The Other Guys. The Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Mark
didn't like
Wahlberg.
The
and
Other
that's
Guys.
really good.
You didn't like The Other
You
Guys?
didn't like the toy gun and the whistle.
Yeah,
Now you
we're
just
out.
don't know movies.
Chris, we're out. We're out on this. The
I
Other
did not
Guys
like The
deserves
Other
to be
Guys.
on this.
I mean, look, this might be a hot take for you guys, but I think Will Ferrell after Talladega Nights, I don't think he put out probably any good movies
You're not a
whatsoever.
Will Ferrell guy. You're just out on Will Ferrell.
Step Brothers can't stand.
Oh my!
Oh,
All
my
right,
God.
you're dead wrong.
Yeah, we're out.
Now
we're
you're
out.
just.
We're out. You don't like Jaws?
And hang on.
Jaws to me isn't rewatchable.
Can I circle
It's
back?
absolutely rewatchable.
Can I circle back around?
Surprise, everyone! Shark kills a bunch of people, and they have a hard time finding
Well,
it.
wait,
Like,
Spoilers.
There's no surprise to that movie. It's about the ride. It's about
and
the
also
the
like
adventure.
And when I want to circle back around to the ending thing because I got a real problem with that. The
Okay.
whole big reveal, whatever. Revenge of the Sith, which I'm stuck on, by the way, admittedly. The whole
Yeah,
thing
you're trying
is
to make Revenge of the Sith work.
it shows how Darth Vader, the greatest villain in movie history, becomes Darth Vader. And every time you watch it and you know Anakin's such a good person and you want it to be different, but it's never different. That's
Mike's
the
upset.
selling
It's like a
narrative.
therapy
That's
session.
the
Like-
selling point.
Mike, here's the problem. You knew before the first 3 movies of those started that Anakin was going to become the bad guy.
But as a
You
nerd
knew
like
that.
me who watched Clone Wars and knows how great of a person Anakin is and how he gets twisted by an evil individual and the Emperor, you watch it going, oh,
Like I told you, Tropic Thunder. I would add that list. Tropic Thunder, I think, is an amazing
What
movie.
do you got over there? Just friggin' jelly beans, man. Like he wants Tropic Thunder.
It's
Good
a
movie. Good movie.
rewatchable movie.
Did you know the jelly beans part that I'm talking about?
Yes.
All right. With
Good
the
movie.
If you ever watch the movie,
I've
I'll
only
say
seen Tropic Thunder about 2 times in my
So,
life.
Pretty
well,
good. Pretty good.
you
Jack
can watch
Black's
it
great.
and
Jack
stare
Black's great.
stare at Robert Downey Jr. the whole time, even when he's in the background and
Yeah.
he doesn't stop doing stuff.
He
The
is-
entire movie.
Yeah, he's fun. He's great in that
You
movie.
couldn't
So
make that
is Tom
movie in
Cruise that.
2026.
Yeah,
No,
so-
you could
So
not.
is Tom
I will
Cruise is
agree
great
with
in that movie.
Maverick. I thought that was a great movie.
Tremendously rewatchable.
I've probably seen that again, you know what's going to happen.
I saw
It's
that-
action. It's adrenaline.
I saw that 5 times the first month it came out.
Yeah, amazing.
But like you're saying, you know what's going to happen. You can say the same thing for my movie.
No, but I'm saying
You
the
know
outcome-
what's going to happen. It's action packed. Like
no,
what?
the outcome. No,
When it's about the journey, not the destination, that's when the movie's rewatchable.
there you go.
Okay, well, we'll agree to disagree because everything you just described there is Revenge of the Sith. But I
You've
rest
been
my
trying to make this.
And whatever the guy's name was that casts Anakin, not the best casting choice, but
You watch your mouth about Hayden Christensen.
Hayden,
All
that's the
I will
guy's
not-
name.
I will not take
didn't
it.
that end his career? Has he been in anything since
He
that?
doesn't need to be, Chris. It's worth a couple billions. You know what I mean? The royalties on those movies are worth a couple of billion, brother. All right?
Wow.
He's done.
I'm surprised you're out of. See, the thing is, the one I'm stuck on is Jaws. Jaws is the most rewatchable movie ever. There's no.
How old are you guys? I mean, like that was like 19.
Dude, these are like
75.
But at this, like,
Jeez.
grew up watching this stuff with my Indiana
Okay,
Jones,
okay.
Star Wars.
You didn't grow up watching
Jaws.
Goonies.
Watching who?
Goonies.
Goonies, pretty good movie. Is that the guy?
Yeah,
that's
I've
the
seen
one with the
Goonies.
treasure.
Right, you
and
grew
the
up watching
Sean
pirate.
that.
Astin.
It's a
So
good
why
movie.
is why?
It's a decent movie.
You grew up watching that, but that's not on the list. Why Jaws?
Because Jaws is the most, in my opinion, I'm saying this objectively from my opinion, so I guess subjectively, is the most important movie ever made. That movie defined and invented the term blockbuster because people would line up and bust a block. Traffic would get stopped in 1975 when the movie came out. It made, without adjusted for inflation, about $300 million.
And everybody, and
which
listen,
is billions.
Is it a
Yeah.
horror movie?
It's a thriller.
So,
I think
hang
it's the
on.
first
Can I
one.
answer that?
If
Can
you
I
played
answer
that
that?
movie for a 12-year-old right now and they
Can
see
I
a
answer
robotic shark come out of the water, are they going to be
can
scared?
I answer that? Can I answer that?
You have an 11-year-old. Has your 11-year-old seen Jaws?
No.
So my
I don't
mother,
think she could sit through it.
So hang on. Let me
It's
answer
an
this.
attention span thing. You've picked up on the attention span thing.
But that's rewatchable movies. There is an attention span
So
thing.
Jaws, Colin, had everyone scared to swim in the ocean.
right.
Everybody, but per my mother and my stepmother, it scared the living hell out of them to swimming in the ocean. My mother's from, grew up at Treasure Island, okay, on the other side. Please, all right? That movie, it was a good movie. You're dead wrong there.
It was
and then
a good-
in number
I'm not-
two,
we go.
how does the mayor still have? How is the mayor
You're
the
big on
mayor
this, too.
in the second
You're big on
movie?
this,
He
too.
let everyone die,
On
and then
Jaws
in that
2.
first movie, how
Jaws
is
2,
the
Mike's wrapped up on Jaws 2.
the mayor? How is he still the mayor? He ruined
I think
the
you guys are
town.
confusing good movie with rewatchable. I don't think you can rewatch Jaws 7 times.
I
8 times, 9
watch
times.
Jaws once a year. I do.
Okay, I watch Home Alone once a year. Why does that
That's
make
a
your list?
rewatchable movie.
That's a
You
waste.
can name a lot of
Those
Christmas
movies,
movies.
It's a waste.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Now,
When
what
was the last
should
time
have
you
been
watched-
on there?
Did you watch Airplane? Have you seen that?
I've seen it a few times, but I've not
That's a
seen it in while.
rewatchable film.
Comedy.
How about Christmas Vacation? Christmas
I watch that
Vacation.
every year.
Yeah, that's rewatchable.
Well, he's like the
That's
Mr.
rewatchable.
He's like Santa Claus. He's like
Is that right?
He is big on Christmas.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
But I'm saying those are rewatchable. You know what's going to happen. They're fun. They're entertaining. You can have it on the background.
Chris?
Jaws? Nah, I don't.
Don't you go falling in love with her. I plan on taking her when we leave here next month.
Chris, we're looking forward to talking again soon. What can people look forward to with Kaiser? What's coming up?
Again, we got doubleheader tonight, 5:30, 7:30 men's women's basketball, 7 p.m. on Friday, senior day for wrestling. And then we've got our our national championship for men's women's swimming, wrestling, both coming up very soon. So looking forward to hopefully getting some more hardware here soon. And spring sports are up and running. So last weekend, like I said, softball took 4, baseball their opening weekend, but that is going to start ramping up too. So pretty much every Friday, Saturday, we're going to have home events after this weekend.
Wow. Packed schedule up ahead. KUSeahawks.com to get more information today.
Yeah, and also the Palm Beach County Sports Commission recognized a bunch of different Kaiser folk in their year-end awards. You had the amateur athlete of the year, Isaiah Alexenko from the Kaiser swim team. The coach of the year nomination for Alex Adams from Kaiser women's soccer that won the national championship. And another Kaiser coach from the swim team, Adam Epstein.
How about that?
And you swim with
Epstein.
Epstein.
Yeah.
And you swim with the swim team, Colin.
Hey, Chris never shows up.
Yeah. The AD of the year, by the way, and you're in the conference.
You don't show up
that's
to
Chris
practice.
Swager,
You don't show up
all
to
right?
swim practice at 5 a.m.
No, I don't. Did you get in the pool right now with the weather? Do you have a parka you put on when you get out?
I'm going to the pool tomorrow morning. Last time I went in was Monday. I beat the cold weather. How's that?
Okay, so
I
you
thought
don't
ahead.
go in cold weather. You have a
Dude.
parka you wear?
I show
Now
up in a hoodie.
I know what he's doing.
Nah, see,
I know.
quit giving me a hard time.
You're from the north. I mean, isn't
All
this
I
like
need-
what you're used to?
Chris, all I'm asking is that you get in the car at 3, 4 in the morning and you drive an hour and a half north to Lake Lytle to see your swim team practice. That's all I'm asking.
I get up at 4 in the morning to get my kids up out of bed and get ready for the day.
Wait for a school holiday. Bring the kids to
As
swim
Jim
practice.
Harbaugh's dad told him, attack the day with an intensity that no man has seen before.
Is he quote guy?
He's had a big day.
Yeah.
He's been watchable movies.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Florida State.
National Signing Day.
National Signing Day.
Yeah, there we go.
Chris Swager, the Kaiser University Athletic Director. That was Ask the AD. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo. Do a little 5 and 5 next on Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Anna Jar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
The next best thing to being at the big game is being at the Duffy's Big Game Experience at your local Duffy Sports Grill. Starting at just $25, you'll get a guaranteed front row seat, a free welcome drink, stadium-style snacks, a $10 coupon for your next visit, exclusive big game giveaways, and automatic entry into our halftime raffle. Seats are limited, so don't wait. The Duffy's Big Game Experience, February 8th. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
Ready to level up your training? F45 Palm Beach Gardens is an official High Rocks training center with a 12-week program designed to build strength, endurance, and confidence, leading right into High Rocks Miami this April. And if you're looking to kickstart your results now, join in on the Transformation Challenge that runs February 2nd through March 18th, focusing on weight loss and muscle gain. If you're serious about results, this is where it happens. Join us at F45 Palm Beach Gardens.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manso's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manso's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
ESPN West Palm and Yingling are turning up the heat for a big rivalry showdown. Catch the Panthers and Lightning with the ESPN West Palm Street Team Thursday from 6:30 to 8:30 at Castaways in Jensen Beach, 911 Northeast Jensen Beach Boulevard. Enjoy ice-cold Yingling drafts and hang with the ESPN West Palm Street Team for game day vibes and a chance to win some Panthers tickets. Don't miss Panthers at Lightning with ESPN West Palm and Yingling Thursday at Castaways in Jensen Beach.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Colin to the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy!
Light him up, Colin!
Well, if you're driving down the street, you get into a little fender bender, you don't know who to call, I'll tell you who to call. It's Anajar and Levine. If you've been in a car accident, truck accident, suffered that slip and fall, Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. They're here to fight for you. They don't even charge you unless you win. They work tirelessly to get you the maximum compensation that you deserve. Don't settle for anybody. Settle for the best. Go get the best. Go get Anajar and Levine. Take that one phone call. Take back control of your life. Don't wait. Call the free consultation today. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Take back control of Anajar and Levine. Colin, Russo, and Mike Rizzo. We got Christian Cat behind the glass. As always, Christian, how are you today? What's going on?
I feel superb. How about that? Is that good enough for you?
That's good enough for me. 5 and 5, presented by Flagler Credit Union.
5 topics.
High five.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get out of here.
Endless takes.
You can't handle the truth.
All gas, no brakes.
And it's shaking big time.
It's time for the 5 at 5.
Hold on to your butts.
Presented by Flagler Credit Union, proud supporter of FAU Athletics. Number 1.
Hold the phone, folks. We have a new nickname coming from Radio Row, coming from Media Row at Super Bowl week. You might know him as the next best receiver in football, at least for the young guys, Jackson Smith Njigba.
Yeah.
You might know him as JSN, right?
Yeah.
That simple, average acronym. How raise you one better? Take a listen to what this media member suggested JSN to change his nickname to.
Jackson, do you have any nicknames in the locker room? And if not, may I recommend one?
You can recommend one.
The Emerald City Route Artist.
Nice. That's pretty nice. It's long, but it's nice.
It's a little. You can shorten it to ECRA.
Rolls off the tongue. ECRA.
That is a waste of time. He has one. It's JSN. He was JSN when he was a freshman at Ohio State.
That
individual should.
That's one of the worst ones I've
We're
ever heard.
now quickly, guys. We're at the point. This is radio. A lot of people shouldn't have credentials at that place. Okay, that is one of those individuals who should not have a credential to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, why aren't you there to write an article or to like? Is that part of your article? The Emerald City what?
Route Artist.
Okay, all right. Waste of time. JSN.
Maybe it'll stick.
No.
I need Mike Tirico to belt that out as the Seahawks go up 7-zip with 4:25 to go in the first quarter.
That would be the
Give it
icing
to me
on-
again.
that'd
I
be the
can't
most
even remember it.
that'd be
The
the most-
Emerald City Route Artist.
That'd be the most validating thing ever for that reporter.
Now remind me.
Validating.
Emerald City, is that Washington?
Washington's a state. So that's
Sorry.
yeah.
I am geography.
Emerald City, Seattle, nickname, yes. Route Artist. I think I'm down with it. I hate it so much, I'm starting to come around.
I need to know what the Emerald City is like. Isn't there an Emerald City in the Tornado movie? We're no longer in Kansas. Help me out. Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
Maybe it has something to do with the Wizard of Oz.
I don't think so.
And by the way,
Seattle is nicknamed the Emerald City.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what that
perfect,
part's from.
perfect. Oh, just making sure. Can I save myself? The capital of Washington on that side is, I'm pretty sure, Olympia. Am I off the hook for
You're
thinking
right.
Washington
You're
was
right.
the city?
It is Olympia.
Am I off the hook? Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. Let's move on to number 2.
Hey, news from Major League Baseball. The White Sox are installing bidets in their clubhouse. Why? Because they have a new Japanese slugger, Munetaka Murakami. And Murakami, apparently, according to White Sox general manager Chris Getz, said one thing he did notice is we didn't have a bidet in our locker room. That's new to him. He was like, okay, that's new. We can do that. Have you guys ever utilized a bidet?
Mom has one every time I go home. I want one. They're amazing. They're life-changing, if I'm being completely honest.
I've encountered 2 different bidets in 2 different countries. The Italian bidet was a waste of time. It was a urinal that goes all the way down to the floor, and you got to get up from the latrine to get to the bidet. In Turkey, the bidet is built into the toilet. That was much more functional. Yeah. Colin, you've traveled the world.
I lived in my apartment, when I lived in Florence, had a bidet.
How long did you live there for?
About 6 months, five and a half months.
So when you got back and it was,
I'm not going to lie. Like, there were times where you used it. There were times. But, you don't always use it.
I love it.
It's kind of a pain.
What are you talking about?
Like, it was a separated one. It was separated.
Okay, the separated one is a pain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a pain. It was not built into the toilet. So that was kind of, it was annoying.
I use dude wipes. I don't even care saying that.
Okay.
Wet wipes.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I'm not going
to
name brand wet wipes. I go to the Costco aisle and you get the wholesale ones.
Murakami's onto something. People are filthy. They'll wipe like one time and then they get up and put their pants on. It's disgusting.
I have engaged enough with the public on this.
Utterly disgusting.
By the way, I haven't checked either. I don't know.
Quickly on Murakami. I was surprised he signed with the White Sox. Colin will struggle with average, but I think he's going to add power to a lineup that needs with the White Sox. I see him hitting about 30 home runs, probably batting anywhere from 205 to 220. Pretty good player. I can't believe he went to Chicago.
That's the White Sox. Super Bowl Sunday is just a couple of days away. And I brought this up on Theoretically Speaking today. I've taken it upon myself to make Super Bowl squares for the office, and I'm not going to hold it against you, Mike, or you, Colin, for not replying to the email yet on not buying Super Bowl squares. I will instead quiz you guys. What do you think is statistically the best square to get in Super Bowl boxes/squares? Like after you do the random drawing and you end up with a 6 and a 4 or a 1 and a 7. What's the best combination of numbers to get according to real math?
0 and 0.
And Mike?
I'll go 7 and 4.
Colin, you are correct.
Darn
the
it.
expected value for a $1 square is $7.73 return if you get 0 and 0.
Yeah, there's more 10-10, 20-20, 0-0. There's a lot of options, so that makes sense.
Yeah, 7 and 4 is not very high on the list. I'm sorry, Mike.
It's okay. I just, I know a lot of the times the second number could be a 4 and the second number could be a 7.
The other leading candidates are 7 and 0. You also have a big hot commodity for 3 and 0. I like going for those ones that are likely to be the end of the first quarter because then it's like a free roll. You know, if you get a small payout at the end of the first quarter, then you're guaranteed to be in the green. But like you mentioned, 7 and 4, you're going for the big kahuna.
Yep.
It's hard to get 7 and 4 at the end of the first quarter. You know what I'm saying there?
Yeah. You want that for a final score, right?
Exactly. You
want
gotta
that for a
wait.
final
You gotta get a
score.
combination.
Yep. I see.
Question for you guys. There was big NBA trades going on in the past 24 hours since the last time that we took these airwaves. You had James Harden being traded for Darius Garland.
Yep.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yep.
That was the big one last night. Anthony Davis traded to the Wizards today. McCain from the Sixers traded it away. What were the biggest, most impactful deals, or maybe the deals that made you scratch your head in the last 24 hours in the NBA?
I kind of feel bad for Jared McCain. He got traded from Philadelphia to the Thunder. It sounds like he's going to be there as sort of a guy to take over. Shea's going to be out for 2 weeks. I don't know how often he's going to be involved in that lineup. They're so deep. But James Harden to the Cavs, that's a strange one.
It's Garland's never available.
Yeah, that's the thing. He never plays.
That's like, and listen, I love DG.
He's got feet issues.
For the record, boys. Love DG. I love the draft pick out of Vanderbilt, even though he barely played at Vandy. And he really embraced the city. So I appreciate DG and everything he brought to the Cavs. But at the same time, listen, all right, I know Harden is most famous for blowing, franchises to smithereens and asking for money on the way out. I know he's never won a ring and is known probably as a choker. But, man, that guy could play, dude. And he's available. One would hope that maybe Mitchell and Harden could take advantage of a weak Eastern Conference. We'll have to wait and see. Did you guys see the master plan that I sent to our Russo and Rizzo group text last night?
You're trying to put together the Avengers and the Cavaliers.
Correct. I believe it was NBA Central, known as a Mickey Mouse kind of X account, not necessarily very reliable sometimes, but a lot of people follow it. I actually enjoy it. It's a pretty good follow. But they basically said on X, like, hey, the Cavs could trade Mobley for Giannis, and they could technically sign LeBron as a free agent. But it's looking like LeBron and the Lakers are probably going to, stick things out for the rest of the season. But there were reports that the Lakers wanted to move off of him. But I sent Darth Sidious going, step 1 is complete. Good. It's not going to happen, but one can dream.
Yeah, it's not a terrible theory because
one can dream.
It's about getting the rights to his farewell tour.
But
And it sounds like he's going to play the market and do one last year.
And to be honest, the Giannis thing, we could give Mobley and picks. That's better than anybody that could offer, in my opinion, maybe outside of the Thunder.
Maybe the T-Wolves do, but I do see the vision. I do.
Trey Wingo tweets out this statistic when it comes to the Super Bowl. This upcoming Super Bowl is the 15th time in the last 26 Super Bowls that a 1 seed in one conference is facing a non-number 1 seed. Of course, the Seahawks are the NFC 1 seed, the Patriots are the 2 seed in the AFC. In the previous 14 matchups, the 1 seed lost 12 times. The only winners were the 0-3 Patriots on the last-second field goal and the 28-3 comeback Patriots in overtime. Those are the 1 seed Patriots that did win those games. I mentioned before, the Seahawks are the NFC 1 seed. The Patriots are the AFC 2 seed. With the 1 seeds not having very good results in Super Bowl statistically, do you have any wavering doubts about the Seahawks' ability to win this game on Sunday?
You know, it's weird. The only games that it's been won have been by the Patriots, but now the Patriots are the underdog in this scenario. I'm not going to buy into that specific trend. That is alarming, but I'm not going to buy into that specifically. I do think that Seattle's going to have they're going to win the football. I do think it'll be close, but I think they'll win the football game.
I'm talking a Seattle blowout into existence. That's what my heart tells me. But you want to know what my head tells me? The Patriots are probably going to win it.
Yeah,
That's what they do.
I have become radicalized in the past, 3 days. I'm so convinced the Patriots are winning this game. Against all conventional wisdom.
Yeah.
It just feels like that Tom Brady Buccaneers versus the Chiefs year.
Is it not very obvious that, the Seattle offense could just completely fall apart?
Well, Darnold.
And they can't score.
Darnold has been brilliant since that Thursday night game where he almost blew the game.
Patriots got a good defense, too. They can shut them down.
But to be fair, Darnold is a huge reason they're in this Super Bowl right now, the way he played in that playoff run. Are you going to see a 4-interception Darnold kind of game? That's what I'm worried about.
Number 4?
No, that's it. That's a 5-5.
That was the 5-5. If you've got an inkling the Patriots are going to win this game, you can hit up that money line on Hard Rock Bet.
You can hit up that money line on Hard Rock Bet where you can bet that game today, and there is so much you can do. For this week, new signups can double their winnings on their first 10 bets with a maximum bet of $50. That means your winnings doubled. If you won $100 on your bet, make that $200 on the app. That's how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet. It is available for this week only for the big game. Go check it out today. Hard Rock Bet, they got a $7 million big game bonus party on Hard Rock Bet, which means if you put together a $10 parlay in the game, you get your access, your share of the pie to a $7 million bonus that is going to be distributed. The more parlays you make, the more of the piece of the pie you get. Go check it out today on the Hard Rock Bet app. Go refer a friend on the Hard Rock Bet app. Check out the Discover page, see what other users are doing in the Hard Rock Bet app. Bet just about anything on Sunday on Hard Rock. Try it today. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida. The wager. Terms, conditions apply. If you're somebody you know you have a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE. With the sports after the Super Bowl, you get a couple things that's going to carry you through your week. You got college basketball, you got the NBA, you got some postseason matchups, you got the PGA Tour, which is getting rolling. But hold on, PGA Tour as well, that's only a weekend event. You know it's a weekday event is TGL. When you see the PGA Tour's best on the course, go check them out in the arena on Primetime Season 2 of TGL, presented by SoFi. Mike and I are there every single week, and it is back with big moments, big personalities, and nonstop action on the big screen. That's shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, and overtime. City versus city, squad versus squad. Tickets are on sale now, but availability is limited. Visit TGLGolf.com to get your tickets while they last. That is TGL, presented by SoFi. Keep up. It is golf. He was signed away from the Tulane football team who was gearing up for the college football playoff against Ole Miss. And Tulane head coach, formerly John SUMRALL, joins the ranks of the Florida Gators as their new head coach. John SUMRALL will join us on the other side of things. We'll talk about that, National Signing Day, what it was like coaching two different teams. That's all to come. On the other side of things, head coach of Florida football, John SUMRALL, ESPN 106.3.
The 5 p.m. hour is presented by Good Greek Moving and Storage, the world's only total relocation company. Local or long distance, they've got you covered.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
It's almost time for spring training baseball in West Palm Beach. Cacti Park at the Palm Beaches is ready for another incredible year with the Astros and Nationals. Watch top matchups all spring long. That's Cardinals, Phillies, Mets, Yankees, Marlins, Orioles, and the Pirates. Plus special exhibition games against Team Venezuela. Games start February 21st and run through March 22nd. Tickets are on sale now at cactipark.com. Don't miss spring training in West Palm Beach. Secure your seats today.
Football's biggest game is here, so make sure the only heat is on the field. Keep your home in the wind column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in the postseason, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today and schedule your service now. Stay cool for the biggest game of the year.
The 5 p.m. hour is presented by Good Greek Moving and Storage, the world's only total relocation company. Local or long distance, they've got you covered.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine, and our team is a triple threat to big insurance companies. Don't settle with the insurance companies for a fraction of what your case is worth. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Get your free case review right now. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Many people start trimming trees when they hear a storm is on the way, but that leaves piles of branches on the ground that could become dangerous projectiles during a storm. Instead, having a year-round trimming plan is better for you, your neighbors, and the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County. When trimming is done correctly and on schedule, your trees are stronger and more resistant to wind damage. After the storm passes, there's less vegetative debris, helping the SWA clean up your community faster. Learn more at swa.org/storm.
The countdown is on to Palm Beach's PGA Tour event. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches returns to PGA National Resort and Spa to kick off the Florida Swing February 25th through March 1st. Secure your spot to watch the pros take on one of golf's toughest stretches of holes at the iconic Bear Trap, while enjoying plenty of fan activities, local bites, drinks, and more. Tickets are on sale now at thecognizantclassic.com. Don't forget, 2 kids get in free with each ticketed adult.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful Defender 110 P300S for just $849 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Pleased to welcome in a new friend of the show alongside Mike Rizzo and Colin Russo. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. He's just hired at the University of Florida, formerly the Tulane head coach, formerly before that at Troy in the Sun Belt. He's been bouncing around quite a bit. Think he's found a new home here in the SEC, just a little north of us in Gainesville. As head coach JON SUMRALL joining us now. Coach SUMRALL, welcome into the program. How are we doing today? What's going on?
I'm great, man. I appreciate y'all having me on. It's good to join you.
And what has this been, about a month and a half since we've been fully settled into Gainesville, settled into the new role. Tell me about how this last month has been. What has it been like for you reestablishing a little bit of Florida football?
Yeah, it's been a month and a half-ish that I've only been the head coach at Florida, which has been nice. For a couple weeks there, I was trying to do two jobs at once, which we learned I suck at that. So not very good at that. But really, the day after we lost our CFP game, I told my wife, I'm like, I hate losing, but I'm okay only having to do one job now. And so it's been awesome, man. The Gainesville community has been great. The University of Florida, the brand is obviously powerful and strong in so many different ways. There's a lot of positive momentum right now here at our place. We've got to get back to winning football games in big time environments, and we're hard at work at that. We got a lot of work to do. We're not anywhere near arrived, but I like the direction things are heading. I could not be more fired up to be the head football coach at Florida. Like, this has been a dream come true for me. I grew up in the state of Alabama, which to me there was like SEC football, and that was the only football. That was it. And so that was the NFL to me as a kid growing up. And so I feel just really fortunate to be in the situation I'm in.
Now, Coach, you talked about, how big of a program Florida is. What's been the plan of attack? Because we've seen Florida be at the top of college football a lot with Coach Meyer down there, Steve Spurrier. Have you spoken to any of those individuals who had success at Florida? What's the plan of attack to, quote, get Florida back?
Yeah, so in the process, when I was interviewing for the job here, Coach Meyer and I spoke a couple of times at least. One lengthy phone call on the very front end of it. Awesome interactions with him. Have had a handful of conversations since being here with Coach Meyer, and then Coach Spurrier is great, man. His infectious personality and energy is so authentic and genuine. His wife, Jerry, she's been great to my wife. I rolled up to dinner one night at Spurrier's, and my wife and kids were in like the private little room on the side. And I walk in, and Jerry's there, and she eats dinner with us. And those two coaches and their families have been just really, really gracious and kind in our welcome here, and then really insightful to me on what this place is all about. I think the best way to maybe look at what future success at a place could look like is you need to draw on past success. Now, there are some external factors that are very different than those two 10 years of Coach Meyer and Coach Spurrier that we have to embrace, I think, improve upon in regards to transfer portal, NIL, rev share, certain things we've got to maybe make sure we're calibrated the right way to have success. But both those guys have been great to me. Tim Tebow, my interactions with him have been awesome. This place has got sort of some of those who's who in college football history, right? And so I think I would be ignorant to not at least draw on their experiences here and get to know from their perspective what makes this place tick and what makes it special.
Yeah, you can tell that Florida's geared up and really ready to start firing and get to that next level. But you mentioned it earlier on in your answers where coaching for two different programs is something that you almost have to deal with. And that's just sort of the reality of the schedule and how these programs, these jobs open, what part of the year you have to be involved. Let's get into that a little bit because you had Tulane preparing them for a college football championship, playoff game, I should say. And then you have Florida on the other end where you have to be in the building and involved in some capacity there. Now, over on the other sideline in the Ole Miss game, there was a situation where Lane Kiffin was not allowed to hang around the team. You were one of the rare ones that was able to do both. And would you recommend it to the next coach on? And what did you sort of find yourself when this situation kind of came out and you realized this is what I'm going to have to do?
Yeah, I think if you're taking a job that's maybe SEC to SEC, it looks a little different. When you're leaving an American school to take an SEC job, I think there's a lot more understanding of what that should look like or is on all sides. In full disclosure, at any school at a prospective next job, if you will, like Florida was, told me I couldn't coach the CFP game at Tulane, then I wouldn't have taken the job. Like, I wasn't leaving the guys I'd coached at Tulane, because that's a once in, a lifetime experience for those young men. And so as their head coach, I felt like it was non-negotiable for me to finish the job the right way with them. I don't like how it ended. I hate losing, and we didn't perform very well in that ball game. But I don't think there was another option for me, at least personally, on how that could end or how that would look if I was to take another job.
And then, Coach, just How's it been maneuvering the transfer portal? It's obviously a big topic of conversation. How's it been since joining Florida, maneuvering the portal comparatively to maybe when you were at Tulane?
Well, I can keep more good players here. All right. So we have some resourcing to retain the Jaden Balls and the Jaden Woods and the Dallas Wilsons and the VB3s and the Miles Grahams, right? Like at Tulane, I felt like I was like a AA baseball team. And I was just waiting for the Yankees to come snatch up my players. And so, our team at Tulane last year, I returned a whopping 5 returning starters. Our left tackle, our left guard, 1 D lineman, 1 linebacker, and 1 safety. Everybody else was brand new. The one that got front page headlines was Darian Mensah. When Darian left us, at first you're like, dang, that sucks. Then I found out what he was making. And I'm like, hey, dog, I'll go pack your locker with you, bro. Like, let's go. Like, you're about to make how much? And then when I found out what he's about to make on the second go around, I'm like, golly, dude, like you're freaking making more than most head coaches in college football. So I'm for the portal too. Like I'm not one of these old school, like bah humbug coaches about the portal. I think it's great. I'm down with it. I love it. I'm great with paying players. Like I think that's good for our student athletes. They deserve it. There are unique challenges to every place you coach at based upon where you are. And I think you have to adapt and evolve and embrace maybe your strengths there and offset your weaknesses. We had some strengths at Tulane. We had plenty of weaknesses too. We got some strengths here. Maybe we got some things here that we have to overcome that we're not going to outbid everybody here. And we do have, believe it or not, we do have some sort of like budget that I'm not supposed to go over on how much we spend on our roster.
And Coach, one thing about that, I agree, like playing players is ultimately a good thing. And honestly, it allows smaller schools to get better talent and develop these players. And then eventually you're sort of like you said, you're sort of like a minor league team, but in a lot of ways, better players at a high school end up going to these schools. One thing I wanted to ask you was, how about the timing of it all? You were interviewing for Florida, but you had a game coming up, and you realized that, all right, I'm not doing one without the other, and it fortunately, in some ways, worked out that you were able to sort of manage both. And with that, with the transfer portal, with National Signing Day, which is the second one is today, the first one was a week after the season ended in the regular season. You think the timing of everything, the calendar, what's your perspective on that? Does it need fixing?
Yeah, the current calendar makes no sense. Here's the deal, okay? After the Sunday after our last regular season game is when I officially accepted this job. All right, we were in the conference championship game that next Friday night against North Texas at home. I had Monday morning practice, which was like a Tuesday practice, which is your lengthiest, most physical practice of the week in New Orleans on Monday morning because we played on Friday, so it was really like a Tuesday practice. I got done with the practice, took a shower, went to the airport, flew here for press conference and to meet the team. Did all that dog and pony show. Got right back on the plane, flew back to New Orleans, had practice the next morning, that Tuesday morning, which was like our Wednesday practice. Then that Wednesday was like our Thursday walkthrough, but I had signing day at both schools. So we signed 18 players at the University of Florida that Wednesday morning, 14 at Tulane, and Tulane didn't even have a head coach yet for the next year, a 2026 head coach. So I was like involved with helping sign a class at both schools because I wasn't really going to go raid or poach our signing class at Tulane and bring those guys to Florida. Those guys who committed to Tulane, I wanted them to stay at Tulane. And so there was a lot of things going on that really made no sense. I think we could move the season up. That would help us. I think we could also, the signing date was moved to early December because the transfer portal used to open right after the conference championship games. Well, now the transfer portal is always open. Let's get that out there first. Like it's never really closed, even though it's got dates. It's always open. But the official portal windows are now early January, right? Well, now it'd make more sense to push that sign date back to later in December, like it was a couple of years ago, because we moved it up to protect the high school kids from losing their spots to transfers. But as soon as we moved that date up in December, then we moved the transfer window back. So they passed like 2 ships in the middle of the night. And so, yeah, I think the people that are approving the rules and finalizing the rules have never done the job. Like they've never lived in the seat we live in. And they're like, My brother loves college football. He lives in Atlanta. He works for a nonprofit. He's got no business making the rules we operate by in college football, and he loves it. But it's just a little bit chaotic, and the timelines don't really make sense.
Coach Jon Sumrall, Florida Gators head coach, is our guest here on Russo and Rizzo. Coach, I know you got a heart out here. You got a big-time meeting with the president coming up. We wish you best of luck on that. But, partner, last thing. What do you want to be remembered as a Florida Gator head coach? Jon Sumrall, head coach of Florida. What do you want people to remember you as for your tenure at Florida?
We got a lot of work to do for what I want to be remembered for. Okay, we're nowhere near what I want to be remembered for here, but I didn't come here to be average. I can promise you that. I ain't average, and I'm against mediocrity. I'm a firm believer if you're fired with enthusiasm, you're going to get fired if you're not fired with enthusiasm, you will get fired with enthusiasm. We're going to bring it every day. We're going to compete every day. I came here to pursue championships, man. Really simple. And that's what I've done everywhere I've been. We got a lot of work to do that here. We're nowhere near where we need to be. There is a long way to go. I'm not real patient either, though. So I ain't interested in somebody telling me what can happen in 2037. I might be dead then. I want to freaking win. And so we gotta have some urgency about what we do to get to where we want to go. We have a long way to go to get to where I want to be.
Coach Sumrall, we'll let you go. Football guy in your DNA.
Yep.
Love to hear it. Love to get you on another time. We appreciate the time as always, and enjoy the rest of the kissing babies and shaking hands you have the rest of the day.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank y'all. Go Gators.
That's Coach Jon Sumrall, new head coach of the Florida Gators, giving us a little time there. Appreciate it. That's football guy if I've ever heard one in my
I'm in on
life.
Florida, man. I'll tell you what, talking to Coach, I am in on Florida right now.
Football guy, Mr. Jon Sumrall, who's got to, kiss the baby. He's got to do all the logistics. He's the world politician leader at the end of the day. But appreciate him. That's Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Christian Cat, Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 1063.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar and Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies, and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 27 national championships, including their third championship in women's soccer. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship athletic programs at Kaiser University.
Hosting the big game at home? Bring Duffy's to your party with our Tailgate Takeout Party Packs. Build your own spread with award-winning jumbo wings, barbecue baby back ribs, classic cheeseburger sliders, sideline baskets, and more. No cooking, no stress. Just great food and great football. Plus, now through February 7th, pre-order Tailgate Takeout Party Packs and get double points on your Duffy's MVP card. Bring the big game feel and big game spread to you. Duffy's, our game is always on.
You've seen the PGA Tour's best on the course, but in the arena, it's prime time. Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back. With big moments, big personalities, nonstop action on the big screen. Shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, and overtime. Tickets are on sale now, but availability is limited. Visit TGLGolf.com to get your tickets while they last. TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063.
Well, baseball fans, spring training 2026 is officially underway. Cacti Park at the Palm Beaches is the place to be this season. Right here in West Palm Beach, the Astros and the Nationals are hosting some of baseball's biggest names. Catch the Cardinals, Mets, Yankees, Marlins, Orioles, Phillies, Pirates, even Team Venezuela for the World Baseball Classic all spring long. Nothing beats a day at Cacti. That sunshine, the crack of the bat, it really is the best seat in baseball. Spring training runs now through March 22nd. Tickets are selling fast. Cacti Park has all the fan favorite promotions back. That's Sunday brunch, Hero Days, Senior Days, Bark in the Park night, happy hour games, you name it, they have it. And if you bring in the family, go 4 for 4 with the family 4-pack. That's 4 tickets, 4 dogs, 4 drinks, and 4 chips. Visit cactipark.com to lock in your seats today. Spring training baseball is here in West Palm Beach. Don't miss a moment. Well, if you missed any of the interview, you missed any of the show today, go listen back on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Just go to Russo and Rizzo. One thing we could say for sure, we are John SUMRALL guys.
I'm ready to run through this window for
That's
John
our guy.
SUMRALL, man.
That's our guy.
I'll tell you what, looks the part too. Dude, he's going to be the guy to turn around the Gators. I firmly believe in that. And listen, like, I used to have a soft spot for Miami because of Uncle Byrne and all. No. We are Gator fans next year on this show.
Tell you what, Chris Swager, who joined us first hour, is probably driving around West Palm Beach, listening to that interview, just punching the steering wheel, saying, Miami's got Cristobal, Florida's got SUMRALL, and we got Mike Norvell.
Yep. It's Christian. He's punching the air. That's exactly what he's doing. He's punching the air. But Colin, football guy. I mean, definition.
Got a little Dan Campbell to him. You know, a little
Really
Dan Campbell.
Really like it.
A little Dan Campbell to it.
And I honestly,
very candid.
Yeah,
and how he coached the Tulane team alongside Florida.
I love the honesty. The
Very
honesty
candid.
was the best part about SUMRALL. And it feels like he's a stand-up guy. So I think, and I love that he talked to Coach Meyer and Coach Spurrier. You know, let's call it for what it is, boys. Really the only two coaches to really have success, maybe outside of Dan Mullen, for a year.
And he's a fascinating case study because he had 2 years at Troy in the Sun Belt. Then he went over to the American and coached Tulane for 2 years. And now in we go to the SEC for the long term. Like, he's not going after another job after this.
No. This
is home base. Either they get rid of you or you're not going anywhere. So that this now, for the first time in really 5-6 years for him, that he's able to sort of just relax and run a team. That's got to be a good thing if you're Florida.
Yep.
And I think that I don't know enough about their team. I don't know. I know they're going to do a QB battle with the kid from Georgia Tech coming into the year. I don't know enough about what it's going to look like. But one thing I do know, and one thing you can tell just off that 15 minutes we had with him, is John SUMRALL is the guy you'd want you send your kid to play to school to play for.
Yep.
That's the type of guy.
He wants to win, too. He made that abundantly clear. He hates to lose. I almost brought up the point. It was so funny because, like, you know, year 3 is usually, Colin, when you could judge the program, right? Especially in college. You need a couple of years. You need 2 years to get your guys there, and then year 3 you go. And for so many words, he said, screw that. I'm trying to win as soon as possible. That's the notion I got about John SUMRALL. And I can't say it enough, and I can't say it. I'll say it again. The honesty that coach had with us, that's something you could. Not a lot of coaches speak with John SUMRALL, boys. Will we agree on that? Not a lot of coaches speak with SUMRALL. He told us a lot from that time when he was, at that time, a month and a half ago, when he was coaching Tulane and trying to wheel and deal at Florida at the same time. Could appreciate that.
Is that going to be one of the best SEC hire this cycle?
Well, you think of Lane, right?
You think Alex Golesh at Auburn. You think of a couple guys.
Best of luck in the Golesh at all. That's probably the one. If I had to guess, that's probably the one.
Or Klein at Kentucky will be a good hire too.
I feel like Kentucky's under the radar. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could, if he's a disaster, I think they could get away with it. And listen, Coach Stoops,
he was there forever.
He was, and he kind of, I'd say, turned the program around, even though he ran it to the ground the last couple of years. But the big three, and SUMRALL, Kiffin, and help me out with Auburn again, former USF.
Alex Golesh, formerly USF,
and
Heartline replaced him.
And listen, I think a big reason he got that job was because he won at the Swamp against Billy Napier. But anyway, why do I lean SUMRALL? Why do I lean? And listen, like, Lane Kiffin, and Christian's a Lane Kiffin guy, fair play to him, but like, Lane, why do I think that's going to be more like Brian Kelly than.
You think Lane's it's going to be an explosion? It's not going to work.
I think 3 years, they're probably moving on. I think 3 years.
They are moving on and not him.
I think LSU will be ready to move on from Lane Kiffin.
Oh, you're down on Kiffin, huh?
I am. I don't like how he ended. I don't like how things ended.
Oh, so it's a karma thing?
Not necessarily karma, but like, he found a home at Ole Miss. I think there's something to be said about that. It worked, and he left the only point. Colin, outside of FAU, and we love the Owls on this show, okay? That was his only home that he was able to make it work at. A huge program. Tennessee, nightmare. The NFL, a nightmare. USC, is that the place he got fired on the tarmac? Like, Ole Miss, it worked. And you left the one place where it worked. I think Jon Sumrall is going to be I think it's going to be the hire of the cycle. I'm bought in. What you see from that guy is what you get. What you see from Sumrall is what you get.
And one thing, he was very pissed off with how Tulane played against Ole Miss that last game of the year. And another interesting thing he said when we asked Sumrall about the contract negotiations, and he did mention it, he goes, listen, it's different going from SEC to SEC comparatively to American to SEC. We know it's a step up next job. But he did say, he's like, I would have declined the job at Florida if they told me I could not coach Tulane in the playoff. And even though that's, in a lot of ways, an 11-6 game, it's a throwaway. You know you're not going to win that game most likely. And he said that's a deal breaker. And Florida abided by that, and they were allowing him to coach and do both. Talked about his schedule a little bit and said, hey, I had a Tuesday practice, quote unquote, which is a hard practice on Monday. And then all of a sudden I hopped in a plane and did a press conference at Gainesville.
And he didn't steal any of Tulane's recruits for this upcoming season.
Right. And he was trying to get all those guys signed without a head coach. And then they hired internally too. And then he tried to go to Florida and figure out to a recruiting class in a week. So it's very difficult, to say the least. And I think if you were to ask him, he'd be like, listen, I wouldn't want to do that again in my lifetime. I think that's the first thing he'd tell you.
Mm-hmm. And he talked about that schedule, how it needs to change. And Colin, he is the example on why it needs to change. With what he just put up with and with what he went through, that is the reason the schedule needs to change. You can't do that. You can't have a coach who's moving on and needing to wheel and deal at a new spot. Figure like that. And it's not going to get better next year. That's another point. Be a week ago that the national championship was played almost. The 25th is when the Natty's being played next year. Come on, man. That's too late.
We haven't even talked about that. I wanted to ask him about that, but you don't want him to hypothesize in the national championship days because it doesn't concern him until it does.
But
those days are ridiculous. The actual schedule came out. Oh, my God. The college football playoff quarterfinals in 26-27, it's going to be at December 30th. That is the quarterfinal. And the first round games are going to be on the 18th and 19th, similar to this year. Then 2 weeks later, essentially, December 30th. Then the other games on January 1st, where you have the three other games because they're avoiding Thursday night football. And the semifinals are a full 14 days later, January 14th and 15th. And then you get to the championship, January 25th.
And we talked, and you brought it up, and you were totally right. It's all about the rating.
That 30 million rating with Indiana, Miami completely validated anything the committee did.
That's it.
People still care about college football. January 20th.
That's it. A lot of it had to do with Indiana. A lot of it had to do with Miami. A lot of it had to do with the matchup.
Yeah.
You had Ohio State and Notre Dame. What did that do? 24?
24. The next 2 years, there is going to be a full 2 weeks. You're talking about college football playoff quarterfinal. The Fiesta Bowl is December 30th. The Capital One Orange Bowl, which I assume will have the team playing in that Wednesday game, will be January 14th. That is 16 days later.
That's over. It's 2 weeks and 2 days.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 weeks.
And the other game is January 15th.
It's a waste of time. And I love college football. You know how much I love college football, Kyle.
You are playing.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, you're playing 4 games, 2 games, 1 game. So you're playing those 11 games from a span of this December, where conference championship weekend will be the 5th. From December 5th on, outside of the Army Navy, you're going to be playing 12 football games from December 5th to January 25th.
And also, if you're playing in the conference championship weekend and you're in the college football playoff, you're going to have over 20 days off again.
That's true.
And the committee, they don't care because guess what? Indiana had all that time off and they won the championship. Well, the issue is the other 7 teams out of the 8 in the last 2 years that got a bye, they lost immediately.
Yeah, so let's play this out for a second. So let's say our guy, for example, Jon Sumrall, has a team that's good enough to make the playoff but does not make the conference championship game, the SEC title game. They're still getting in. Think Ole Miss of this year. he would play on November 7th or 28th, excuse me.
Rivalry weekend.
Yeah, rivalry weekend, play Florida State. And it'd be the 27th to the 28th. I believe it's the 27th, so that's Black Friday. And he wouldn't play that first-round game until December 18th or 19th.
It's unbelievable. And that is not right on
That is
so
a
many
full
levels.
3 weeks later. 21 days later.
I understand that, and this isn't me saying get rid of bye weeks, so please don't take it like that. But if you go and watch, say, like, you watch your favorite team off of a bye in college, dude, it's not good. Like, time off at college isn't good. It's good for...
It's good for a week. It's good for a week. It's not good for more than that.
Let me rephrase.
It's good for a week.
It's good to get healthy. And listen, that's why I said don't take it like I'm out on bye weeks, because I know it's there for safety reasons. But on the field, you got to keep these kids playing, man. That time off's too much.
3
It's
weeks
too
off.
much.
There's not enough practice to be had.
Right.
They get healthy for a week, and then you wait another week, and then you get started practicing.
And Indiana,
you don't even prepare for a team for 2.5 weeks.
Kyle, if I can make an excuse for Indiana, that was those kids were 23, 24 years old, man. A lot of them. Obviously not every single one of them.
And everybody else lost. The 3 of the 4 lost.
That was arguably one of the more veteran teams you'll see in college football. I think that's why they're able to overcome it.
Right. And Tech lost, and Ohio State lost. All these teams lost.
And obviously, that's why I'm very upset. But come on, I mean,
Thinking about Ohio State.
Georgia
No
lost
one
too.
cares.
So those teams with byes are 1-7, and if you have a bye again, you're not going to be playing from conference championship weekend to basically what is that, December 30th or 3.5 weeks, 3 weeks? That is ridiculous.
It's way too long, and it really, like, my God, are you better off, guys? Are you better off losing 2 games? You better off losing 2 games?
Probably not. Probably not. But there is a benefit.
7 teams. 7 out of the 8.
Think about it this way.
Didn't advance.
Think about Oregon. Oregon did not play in the Big Ten championship game. They, have the 1 loss. They did not get in. And they got to skip that last week, get healthy, and focus on Texas Tech, which was 3 weeks later.
Hear me
and
out.
They dominated them.
You probably won't like this. But I think teams like Oregon and Alabama just weren't very good. And they snuck in for all intensive purposes.
Snuck in is a word. Oregon was good, but yes, they're not great. They weren't great.
They didn't necessarily play a good Big Ten schedule. And I think we found out how overrated the SEC is with Alabama.
There's a bunch of wolves and sheep, and you saw the wolf, and that was Indiana Hoosiers. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Christian Katz, stick around because it is National Signing Day. And with National Signing Day, because of a lot of players jumping around in different schools, we'll get into all of it. We'll get into who's going where, who signed where. We'll hear from Coach Zach Kitley of FAU football, the youngest coach in the NCAA, former coach at Texas Tech, who prepare Patrick Mahomes for the next level. So he has a lot of experience there. That's all to come on the other side of things. Stay tuned. But this has been Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.